Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It's Malzy here. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful new year. Everyone was safe and happy, so I hope that happened for you. Our New Year's was very quiet. It's Malzy here, by the way. Ours was very quiet. We didn't do anything. My husband ended up actually having to work, and then I stayed home. Today is my first day back at work, so this is going to be kind of a short broadcast, but I wanted to show you what I've been up to. And this is live, so I'll have to go through and do the the name and the thumbnail later because I'm not going to have time today, but that's okay. I wanted to show you what I've been up to, and so working on the Manor of Shadows has inspired me to try to build my own chateau-style home. Also, this house is also inspired by Chateau de Pernon. It's a YouTube channel that I watch a lot. It is a channel of an Australian couple who purchased the Chateau de Pernon in France, and they are bringing her back to life. This will be They've been there, they said, for 5 years. So I don't know when they bought it. So 2026 would be, the 6th year. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what month they bought the chateau. But over the past 5 years, they've been restoring her, and it is phenomenal. So please check out their channel, Chateau de Pernon. It's a fantastic home. It is absolutely stunning. Excuse me. So we are here at and I wanted to, so that has inspired me to build like my own French chateau. So over the last week, I did some studying and some research, and I actually found some floor plans online. And so this is the largest house I have ever built, and it is all in story mode, friends, because I want to be able to sell it. So we are here at the old barn, which is not the old barn anymore. It is now a French chateau. It's gonna be. This house is ginormous, okay? It's huge. So I'm gonna take you through what I've done, and obviously, I've got some structural issues to fix, but you can't fly in story mode, so I haven't gotten a chance to get up there yet. So yeah, here is what used to be the old barn. It is now going to be a French chateau. I'm going to take you around to the back. There's actually a lot of room back here for a lot of stuff. So there's going to be a garden, and there's going to be a swimming pool. And I have discovered that it doesn't line up perfect, but you can stack those two-story scaffoldings. And I've chosen, for the outside, is going to be this color, and then the steps are going to be this dark color. I didn't like the light. It was the same. It was too much. So I made the steps the dark color, and the chateau itself is going to be this color paint with a white trim other than the light beach windows. So yeah, let's head around back to the front. I mean, in my research, I've noticed that they usually had, and in this floor plan that this is based off of, it's very symmetrical. So I really wanted at least the first floor to be completely symmetrical. So I did that to the best of my abilities, and I will show you what's going on. But let's go around front. So you'll notice that the front and the back are exactly the same. Now the back is not going to have this balcony, or it might. It might. I'm going to take that back. I don't know yet, because I'm going to show you what room. I'm going to show you all the rooms. So coming in the front door, this is what they called the vestibule, and I haven't gotten this far to decorate yet. So this room is the vestibule, and then this is the salon, which I'm guessing is like a sitting room. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a sitting room, kind of like the formal living room, the formal like receiving room for guests. Coming this way, we've got what is going to be like the family room, where, you know, the family will hang out and watch TV, and they kind of have a custom fireplace. Um, I did it. It is kind of a custom fireplace. I mean, we do have, this is one of the new fireplaces we got with the winter update, but, and the screen, of course. But, you know, I built around it, and I was able to get it to work properly. And of course, like I said, this is all in story mode because once you take it into the sandbox, you can't sell it. So here is the formal living room. I'm sorry, the family room. This way, let's move this out of the way. This is going to be the dining room. This is going to be the place I was going to do next. So yeah, here is the dining room. And I'll show you where that door leads into in a minute. As you notice, this says staff only area. Coming on this side of the hall, the grand hallway, we've got another, like, this is going to be the library. You're not supposed to see that yet. This is going to be the library, and I think I'm going to do built-in bookshelves like I did here. And then this is a secret room. And I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's a secret room. See, you're not supposed to know. This will be also like, so actually, I just decided. So this is the library. That's why I put the books here. I put the books here. This is the library, and then this is going to be like the men's parlor. Like their smoking room. So I'm going to have to make that like into a cigar room. Because this room right here is the ladies' parlor, where the ladies are going to have their after dinner whatever. And I think I'm going to take this window out and put their fireplace right there. But yeah, this is going to be the ladies' parlor. Here is the grand staircase. This leads up to all 3 floors, and tucked in under the stairs here is going to be a half bathroom for like anybody who needs to use it. Here is the grand staircase, and as you can see, it goes up all 3 floors. So up here on the 2nd floor, this is the ante room into what will be the master suite. So this is where I kind of have a dilemma, because this whole side right here is master suite. So you've got the ante room, you've got the bedroom proper, and this is why I was like, there might be a balcony that goes out because it would make sense. This is the master closet, which leads into the master bathroom. And the only part of it that I kind of have finished is the tub room, which I really like how this came out. So I used a swimming pool, and I used the rounded moldings, the rounded architectural pieces to make it kind of a rectangle, like a rounded rectangle. I figured out that, so for these rounded pieces, I figured out how to make it not look stretched out and how to make it match. You have to go one size smaller than what your pattern actually is. So here is, and I've got, of course, the showers, the 2 showers. So this is the master bathroom, and then the only other thing on this level is we've got the staff area, which I'll show you in a minute, and then this is going to be like a guest bedroom. And I've already kind of got the furniture placement worked out. This is another custom fireplace. And I actually like this one better once I get it finished. I actually like this one better than the one that's down in the family room. And this room also has its own walk-in closet and bathroom. And the reason for that is because I couldn't figure out where to put a bathroom up here other than just like plopping it in the hallway somewhere, but I'm not quite sure what to do with this humongous hallway. But anyway, this is the master suite level of the home and the staff area. And then coming up here is Kid Zone. This is going to be where all the kids have their, this is where the kids live. This area is going to be like one big giant playroom. It's going to have TV, game centers, books, tables, a place to play, toys, all kinds of stuff. So this room is going to be the bathroom for the children. This is a bedroom. I was thinking this could be like maybe a older boy's room, maybe young teenager, a teenager. This room is a little bit smaller, so this is going to be like a child's bedroom. So this can be like a tween boy room, child's bedroom, and then a tween girl room. And then in between, I was thinking we could have like books, like bookshelves for books and toys. I think maybe on these two arches. And then on this arch is where the TV is going to go. And then we'll put couches and then, gaming area and stuff like that. And then I was thinking also, like maybe over here by the staff area, we'll put in like a little kitchenette so that the staff can prepare snacks and food and things for the children, because the kitchen is actually 2 floors below us. Yeah. So I've got a lot of planning to do still, and I haven't placed all the windows yet because I'm not quite sure where they're going to go. And it took me a minute to get these stairs the way that I wanted them. Not gonna lie, that took me a minute. So yeah, that is the main living area. Now for the staff only areas, we're gonna bring you in here and we walk right into what is the butler's pantry. And over here to the right is the kitchen. And I wanted a bread oven. And so I built this custom bread oven. And as you can see, we've got lots of different types of bread cooking here. So that it would be obvious what that is. But here's the kitchen. And I really like how this came out. It's really pretty. It's pretty much done. I just have to throw a few more decorations up there, maybe some curtains on the window. Now not the first floor, but the ground level walls are 20 feet high, or 20 blocks, which I'm going to call a foot. They're 20 feet high. The 2 floors above us are 15. So these are very tall ceilings, taller than what would normally be in a home. But this is, like I said, a French chateau. And if you're wondering how I got this tile back here, this is a really cool story because I actually used I'll show you. I used the resizable poster, these, and I should have used the flat one. That's okay. It works. So I used this, and then I downloaded, this is a picture from Pixabay. I just went on Pixabay, and I did a search for vintage blue and yellow tile, and this was one of the images that came up, and I loved it. So this is how I got this tile back here. And I had to do some finagling. As you can see, it's not quite all the way against the wall. And that's also why the kitchen sinks are kind of bumped out a little bit. If you notice, there's actually a windowsill right here behind the sink because the sink would not go all the way flush with the wall. So, but I think it looks kind of cool with the sinks bumped out a little bit. It almost gives it kind of like that farmhousey look, which I absolutely love. I love farmhouses. But anyway, here is the kitchen, which leads into the butler's pantry. Now, of course, I need to put dishes in here. That's why this cupboard is here. And then we've got our big coffee station here. So it needs to go right there. And then tucked again under the stairway is, behind the staircase is a half bath for the staff. And then this door, remember I told you I would show you what this leads into is the dining room. So the staff have a direct line from the kitchen to the dining room without having to go into the main area of the home. And then, I put these on the wall because I just thought they were cool. Teamwork, work hard, and be nice, not naughty. Fire extinguisher, first aid kit just in case you need that. So this way leads up to the staff work area and the other main pantry for the home. So we've got our extra food storage here. So this is the staff work area. And what I mean by that is the laundry area. This is where the staff will do the laundry for the home, for the people that live here and any guests that they have. They've got extra blankets, they've got lots of cleaning supplies and things, and tons of laundry soap and all kinds of cleaning supplies and things like that. And tucked in behind here is a half bath so that if they need to use the restroom, they can. They've got a little break area, a little table here to sit, for take a quick break. We've got some laundry baskets and lots of storage. And so, and then this leads out into the main hall where the master suite is. I don't know what to do with this massive area. I really don't. I was thinking just having I'm going to put some arches in and some artwork, and then I was thinking of just having seating areas and plants and things. Almost like an outside, almost like a park area, but inside. It's going to be kind of cool, I think. Anyhow, this is the second level of the staff area. And then on this side, we've got where we come into the staff's living quarters. And of course, leading out this way is the kid zone, is the area to the children's area. So this is where the staff will live. They've got everything they need. They've got a little kitchenette. I didn't put a stove in here because I figured if they wanted, they're probably going to take their meals and things down, cook them in the kitchen, in the main kitchen. They can eat, there. But they've got their own table, but they can bring snacks and things. They've got coffee and they've got a microwave so they can heat things up. I guess I should give them a refrigerator. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. And this is the bathroom for the lady staff, the female staff. So they've got a private toilet room and then their private shower here and storage. And then the same thing on the other side for the male staff, their toilet and their shower and their urinal. And they've got their own laundry area because we don't mix staff laundry with master laundry. This is another image from Pixabay of Paris. I don't know what this is called, but I know it's a very historical landmark. Oh, and I didn't even notice the chateau in the background. Anyway, so they've got a nice living area. This is the female's bedroom where they've got their storage. We're keeping it simple. Their staff, they're not spending a lot of time in here. And then, of course, the male bedroom. So this is what I've got going on here. And it's going to be a huge work in progress. So when I stopped yesterday, I was going to start working on the dining room. And I've got, of course, the marble floors everywhere, except for in the main living area, in the living areas. But yeah, I think this is going to be really, really nice. So I was thinking of, I need to fix the windows. Let's fix that real quick. This is not as easy as it is in the sandbox. Oh, I wish with all my might they would give us the ability to use sandbox tools in story mode. I don't mind paying for the materials. It's not that I can't afford the materials. It's the ease or at least the ability to fly, because that way it would make things so much easier when you're doing these humongous houses. Now, we've got a lot of windows in here, so there's not a lot of room for artwork. and I had already decided that the ceilings are all going to be painted white. So I need to get some white paint. And let's see. Okay. We're going to run out of paint here in a minute. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, that's okay. Let's fix this real quick. And then let's just run this way. And like I said, I'll do the title of this video probably in the morning, tomorrow morning after I get up. I slept in a little later today than I usually do. I was tired. I don't know why. I slept actually very well, which is not very common for me these days. I actually slept really well last night. Okay, we're going to save this paint just in case we need it for a different area like this. Okay. And we're going to save this just in case we need it for something else that I missed. I think I got all the floors done, but I'm not sure. Okay. Now, we need something on these walls, and I'm thinking I'm not sure what kind of wallpaper I want. Let's look at the wallpapers and see what we can find that we like. I'm thinking something like striped. Let's make this sort it this way. Something striped but not too busy. Maybe this, but turn it this way. And then we're gonna do bold colors. So we're keep the white. Let's do something bold in here. And let's turn this. No, I'm not digging. I'm not digging this at all. No. I don't know. Let's try this. Let's stick with blue. That's not bad. Okay, I like that. That'll work. And then, of course, we're going to put moldings up everywhere as well along the ceilings and the floors. So it's going to really finish it off nicely. Come on. Yeah, we're probably going to need a few of these. Okay. And then I am going to steal an idea from Gustav. I don't know if I showed you in the Manor of Shadows. The way he did the dining room table. I was looking at it, and when you break it down, I can see what he did, and I'm going to totally steal his idea. What he did was he built basically he built 4 posts, and then he built a table using the bricks out of brick. Like these. And then he was able to put a molding around it to make it look totally finished. And because he did that, it allowed me to use a rug as a table runner because the game thinks that I'm putting a rug on the floor when it's actually the table. So I'm going to build a custom table just like that for this room. And then we're going to use, for dining chairs, we're going to use chairs with arms on them. So it's really super fancy and formal. I don't know how much time. I've only got about 15 more minutes that I can spend today. I don't have a lot of time today because, like I said, I slept in a little bit later than I normally do, which I don't know why I was so tired, but I was. Come on, do that one last thing. There we go. You can do this without a ladder. It's just a pain in the butt. I'm liking this. I like this a lot. And I think once we get the moldings up around the ceiling, especially, we could even, you know what we could even do is do like a tray ceiling. I've never tried that before. Let's try that. You know, yeah, let's try a tray ceiling in here. I think that's what it's called. You know where it's got a raised part? So let's do, okay, so let's do this. Let's do 1, 2, 3. 3 by 3. Like this. Like that. We could even come in one more. What the heck? We'll come in one more. What is it doing? Come on. There we go. There. And then let's get this piece right here. We'll put him in all the corners. If I can get it to cooperate. I might have to get the ladder. Let me go get the ladder to get it to cooperate the way I want it to. Let's get rid of that. Let's grab the ladder because I put it back by accident. And then let's see. Let's get up here. Maybe a little closer. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's what I want. We'll just do this. And then I'll make them behave in a minute. Okay. That's actually going to look really pretty. And then what we'll do is Well, you know what I think would be really cool? So let's go get our paint. And then we'll put a really cool tile in that middle piece. I don't want to use those ceiling tiles because I don't like them. They're not resizable. So it's just not going to work the way that I want it to. And but we'll get a matching tile for this. And then of course we'll have the grand chandelier coming down from the middle of the indented part. So that's going to look really cool. Get all of that done. Okay. Okay, now let's pick a tile. We could even do a wood. Let's do a wood, which of course in that case it would have to be light beach, but let's find a nice pretty cut pattern. I love this one. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I love that. That is gorgeous. That is stunning. You know what I think we need? Our vibrant paint. Is it vibrant? What did we pick? What is this? Pure blue too. Okay, so we need, for paint, we need the pure blue too. Rich. There it is. That's the right color. Let's do this. Oh, that's really pretty. I want this. Not that part, just this part. And then we'll do our moldings, and then it's just gonna really pop. And then tomorrow we'll build our custom table. That's gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. Okay, now we need the moldings. And I like the Madison, but we're gonna make it the light beige. Shit. I found the easiest way when you screw up like that is to just start over. I don't think that's all the way up there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that just pops. That really just pops. You know what I think would look better? Then, okay. I know we already spent time doing this, but that's okay. You know what I think would look better? Let's turn this into glossy wood, pure blue 2, pure blue 2. Oh, that's better. That looks so pretty. Okay, now let's get the same molding for the bottom. Now, the hard part though is getting around these windows because it just doesn't work. So we're not going to be able to do it around the windows, but it's the best we got. It's the best we can do. I'm okay with it. It'll be fine. It's getting dark. And then of course we got to get the super fancy chandelier. That molding just makes everything just, it gives it that little perfect finish. And then we already know where the middle of the place is because it's already marked. And of course we gotta have gold because we're fancy up in here. And of course we want this. I don't want snap to grid, I want precise placement. I want it here and there. Of course we're gonna bring it down. Beautiful. I always like to make sure you can walk underneath the chandeliers. And then we can also put like wall sconces. I think wall sconces would be really cool too, between the windows. So let's see, let's find a nice cool wall sconce. I wish they had one that matched this, but they don't. I think this one. Yeah, this one's going to be cool. We'll put it in line with the windows. Put one here and here. In line with the windows. Okay, and then now we need a light switch, which I don't know why they chose to make that one yellow, but they did. And you know what, we're going to put it here. Because I feel like it would be the staff who actually comes in and sets the table and gets everything ready to go for the dinner. So let's turn this off. Oh yeah, that's plenty of light, and I like that it's dark right now. It's plenty of light, but it's not like blinding. I love that. That's so pretty. And with that, my friends, that's all the time I have for today. I'm sorry. I'll try to get up earlier tomorrow, and I'll try to get up earlier tomorrow. In fact, I will. I'll get up earlier, and we'll finish the dining room tomorrow. And then I haven't forgotten about the Manor of Shadows. I haven't forgotten about the Mediterranean family home, nor have I forgotten about the Victorian mansion. I'm just about ready to bring the Victorian mansion back into story mode, and I think I am going to try to sell it. Let's see what happens because there's been a few updates, and The mansion it's beautiful, but I kind of don't want to live there. Lately, I have been making whatever home I'm working on my office. So I don't really have an office. I haven't fallen completely in love with anything that, like, oh my God, I'm never moving, like I did in House Flipper 1. But anyway, that's all the time I have for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, give me comments, and share my channel if you feel the need to do so. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out. You guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.